Back to this crazed Carly Fiorina for just a moment. I don't know. I don't think I've ever seen anyone like her attempt to get the Republican nomination. I mean, yeah, there was Michelle Bachmann, but Bachmann was a joke from day one. And Fiorina, not only does she lie about her history at Hewlett Packard, she lies about everything. I mean, this is a what do you call it? What is it, Kathy? Someone who can only lie. Pathological liar. And she does it so well. Vicky Cowart, president of Planned Parenthood of the Rocky Mountains, issued a statement that said in part, quote, "We've seen an alarming increase in hateful rhetoric and smear campaigns against abortion providers and patients over the last few months. That environment breeds acts of violence," end quote. Now, this filthy, filthy woman, Carly Fiorina, rejected the connection made by Vicky Cowart. Fiorina said this on the Fox Sewer, quote, "This is so typical of the left to immediately begin demonizing a messenger because they don't agree with the message. The vast majority of Americans agree what Planned Parenthood is doing is wrong," end quote. The last part is an out-and-out lie. But when this crazy woman says that the left begins demonizing a messenger because they don't agree with the messenger brought death. So Fiorina is saying, because you don't believe in executing people with a goddamn AR-15 or Kalashnikov or whatever it was, because you don't agree with that, you're disagreeing with the message? Or the messenger? What the hell is this crazed woman trying to say? It's so typical of the left to immediately begin demonizing a messenger. That would be the shooter, because they don't agree with the message. That would be bullets and death. This is how sick in the head Carly Fiorina is among all of these Republican swine. It was Fiorina, you remember, during the September Republican circle jerk, it was she who passionately claimed that she watched a video that, quote, showed a fully formed fetus on the table, its heart beating, its legs kicking, while someone says, "We have to keep it alive to harvest its brain," end quote. Now, wouldn't you think that at that moment, one of those questioners would have, to hell with Fiorina, she's a goddamn liar. But there's a pediatric neurosurgeon, brain surgeon, right on the stage with her. So wouldn't you think, if we lived in a sane world, that one of the crack news media thugs who were sitting there would have turned to Dr. Uncle Ben and said, "Dr. Carson, why would they want to harvest a brain?" Jesus Christ. And nobody said a word. We have to keep it alive to harvest its brain. What? And this horrible woman called the murder of the 3 people in Colorado Springs a, quote, tragedy. And then she added, quote, any protesters should always be peaceful, whether it's Black Lives Matter or pro-life protesters. A pro-life protester who opens fire and kills a cop, wounds 5 more, kills an Iraq war veteran, kills a woman who served in the military, or whose husband served. I mean, what the hell is Fiorina talking about? Protesters should always be peaceful, she says, whether it's Black Lives Matter. What's that got to do with somebody who opens fire with an assault rifle and almost killed 13 people? And she wants to be president, and there are a lot of people who would vote for her in a heartbeat because, she's a good Christian.